Hello, this is Novice Trader at quicktrades.blogspot.com. Thanks for viewing the first of hopefully many trading videos. The following will be a continuation of last Friday's series, How Do I Scan? What Do I Look For? Part 2. This will focus on specific patterns on the dailies that I use when I put together stocks to watch for the next trading day, and I will be using various examples. Enjoy. So to begin, the pattern I look for the most is the breakout pattern. It's relatively a simple pattern. Basically, the stock is at some resistance level, which in the case of LTXC is around 195-ish, and the stock excels higher than that. In the case of LTXC, it broke out past the resistance, turned into support, and then the stock rose 21% in a single day. Joe's Jeans had two breakouts, basically. Nothing too exciting, however. It was finding some resistance a couple weeks before its earnings came out. And once again, it found the resistance turned into support, and the stock rose past $2. URZ is a more recent example that I actually did get in on. This stock was finding resistance around 160, and once it went above that and had some great volume, I got in. I know all these examples are from hindsight. GNVC is another. This stock is not the greatest because it is a pump and dump, but it had the resistance around 120, something like that, 115, and it really went, it doubled in price from the time it was there to the time it broke out. Just because something exhibits these characteristics doesn't mean it necessarily will break out. There have been several failed breakouts. Trying to go through the better ones. Rite Aid Corp. This stock was finding resistance around 155. It did break out and it did have some volume, but it quickly went back to where it was trading prior to the breakout. KOG is another example. This stock, it was finding resistance around here, and I thought, maybe it's a decent setup for a breakout there. But no, it just happened to find resistance there yet again. Outside of these horizontal resistances, triangles and slope resistances can also provide great opportunities. Going back to the Joe's Jeans chart, it had a symmetric triangle back through December, January, November. And as you can see, it's finding a resistance up here and it has support down here. And once it overcame that, it shot up quite a bit. Similarly, OCLR had a slope resistance. And there again, it went over 2 and then fell back again. But however, it still broke out, which is the purpose of that example. Going back to the triangles, a lot of times when I scan for them, though, it's really a challenge because these stocks can take a lot of time to actually break out, whereas a lot of these breakouts will break out within the next couple days, depending on how well you chose that stock. NLS, this is a perfect example. I saw this stock back in December, and it didn't break out until the middle of January, and by then I wasn't watching it any longer. But this stock, went significantly higher once again. ASTC, another setup. Outside of breakout patterns and slope resistances and triangles, I also look for flags and pennants. EMKR was a more recent flag. On its last day in this pattern, it hammered and it gapped up the following day. But then again, it descended because the indices haven't been doing that great lately. Neither has the overall market. CYTR, it has several flags actually, but it's not the greatest setup. Here's a bear flag back in October, and here are, I guess you could call some bull flags, more of just some choppiness. But when you get to this pennant, and it really gapped up and went much higher. TRXOF, another couple setups. This pennant went higher, and then here we have a bear flag. Once it broke there, it really dropped. Now, just because a stock is flagging or encountering resistance doesn't mean I will watch it. If I did that, back to the triangles or breakouts or anything I've mentioned yet, I'd be swamped. I'd have nothing but charts all the time. I'd have no time to trade. They'd consume me basically. So when I'm looking for setups and I'm selecting them out, I try to choose the ones with the highest average day ranges. These are right on Stockfetcher. You can see that from any old chart. Let's do a quick scan to get a chart. SNSS. See, its average day range is around 12%. And so that's going to be a little higher than something that makes, say, 6%. Around 6%. Some other things, I try to find ones with the greatest volumes, increasing volumes, and stocks near their support or resistance. That's all I have for you right now. Feel free to comment and ask questions. Thanks for watching.